The first year, first game was against McNeese. We didn't feel like we wanted to go over there with all freshmen and redshirt freshmen. And last year we didn't want to get into a very, very tough, very good Southland Conference with all sophomores and redshirt sophomores. So we felt like the last 2 years in our recruiting, we needed to target the junior colleges and the transfer players a little more. This class, you'll see, is very heavy in the high school area, and that's what we wanted to do. I think we have 20 of our 21 signees are high school players, with the only JC player that's in there is Corbin Thompson, and and we really re-signed him. We signed him at midterm, but he wasn't able to qualify at midterm. He'll be coming in the fall. But this is a very good class. I think we hit on some areas with the transfers of the 4 that we have in school now, in areas that we need immediate help. And I think the rest of these players will really fill in and do a good job. I want to back up and say, first of all, this class I think is our deepest class. I guess every coach in America is going to get up and say they did a very good job recruiting, but I think our coaches did an outstanding job of getting out and recruiting this year, and I'm very proud of this class. So with that being said, I guess we'll watch the video, and then after that we'll answer questions. Is that all right? And I think he's faxed his paper. Okay. So we're still waiting on one. How do we do this now? Okay. Hit it! Do we turn the lights off, or is it okay? Can you see it? Jermaine Longino, Trinity Valley, was the Southwest Junior College Football Defensive Player of the Year. A guy that we felt very good about getting. He's a midterm guy's in here now in our all-season program, and in an area where last year we had some injuries. We needed some depth. We needed somebody a little older, we thought, on the depth chart, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him in pads this spring, and I think he'll be a great addition for us. Video's jumpy at first, but it gets better. Yes, it's Longino. Nashawn Davis is coming from a very good program at Glenn College. He's used to winning. He's got good size, good speed. Again, we were thin in the secondary with older players. We thought that we needed, that was one of the areas that we needed to still hunt the JCs for. We felt very fortunate to get Nashawn in here. Again, he's in here now. Has really fit in well. He's off to a good start here at Lamar, and I hope he can do some of this for us this next year like he did the past 2 years at Glenn. It's him again, so I hope they're in. It's going to be like one of the horror movies. We send one and we send another. He'll be back. He went to check. This is going to be a 3-hour press conference. We're not careful. And he liked the fact he's not going to have to play in front of empty stands anymore here at Lamar. I think he get a very good seat at that ball game. And you could point him out if we could. No? No? No, sir. Jason?
No.
Ryan Masakowski, and let me start out by saying that I was called in Maserati and all kinds of names, and then I saw him throw, and I decided I better learn how to pronounce his name properly. Masakowski. highly touted quarterback coming out of high school, had his pick of schools, went to Kentucky, had some arm trouble and couldn't play as a freshman, didn't get to compete the way he thought as a sophomore, and transferred to Northwest Community College and really played well. And I could talk to him a little longer, but very fortunate to have him. Again, on the DB side, Tyrus McLaughlin coming from Cisco, another corner that we picked up, and again, it's going to give us some experience in the area again that I thought that we needed older players, and I think he's going to be a very good player for us. He's calling again. I'm going to take it. Just don't let Chris see the name. He'll try to put it on Twitter before we sign it.
Hey, what's up? Let's go for the guy. What's going on?
Chris, I know you got some questions because I've missed you.
You too.
Kiddo. You don't put that in there what I said about David Henry. I'm not talking to you anymore.
We'll have it in, right?
I didn't say anything. It wasn't true.
Yeah, I know that.
He can't say that, but I did. All right, here we go. Here's to our signees today. And, you know, I've never put a kicker up first on a highlight reel, but Alex Ball, Coach Maper, God rest his soul, he's no longer with us. He went out to California and found this guy, and he kicks and punts. He's got a great leg, had a great visit. We had a great visit with him in an area where we needed some help. He puts the ball in the end zone, and I'm very excited about having him. And again, he was a need that we felt like we needed to strengthen that area. And a great combination guy, and a 4-year guy. We have him for 4 years, and we're excited about that. And I think he'll be a great addition and a weapon, something we can use. Brett Treadway from Silsbee. We got a lot of connections with Silsbee, but this guy we've known for a while, but he's just gotten better and better and bigger and bigger, and he's just going to fill out and get even bigger. But he's a guy that I think has got a ton of potential. His best football still ahead of him. He's a great effort guy, good pad level, and we want to make sure that we didn't let a lineman locally get away. And it looked to me like we were either going to have him playing for us or playing against us. Cameron Washington, I think most of you people probably know about him a little bit. There's been a lot of talk. Now that's coming from the press box in Corsicana. That's not us. I mean, that would be actually Midlothian. But All-State first-team running back, took him to I think semifinals this past year. I don't know his yards and his touchdowns, but it was a lot, and we're very excited about having him. Again, a guy that we recruited hard. He came up here, had a great visit. We're excited about having him on our team. I think he's going to have some opportunities here to carry the football. Got great burst, great speed, and got decent size. And if you got a couple of hours to kill, you can go to YouTube and watch his entire highlight because it's very long. He's got lots of good runs. I think we only put, what, 4 or 5? Corbin Carr, I went to watch him play. I didn't really go to watch him. And a tackle was made, and Corbin Carr was on the play. And a couple plays later, a tackle was made, and Corbin Carr was on the play. And you look up, and the guy had right at 100 tackles for the season. Very active player. Another motor player. Great motor. Great desire player, which, you know, a lot of times you can't teach that. And I think he's just going to come in here and take that same work ethic that he had and carry it over and be a good player for us. Cortland, we originally signed him in the December bunch, and he was not able to graduate at Christmas, so he'll be in here for the summer. He should graduate rather easily this spring. and Cortland again. That gives us 3 older guys to go in our secondary, which I thought we needed. Wish I had all of them last year against Stephen F. Austin, but it's another story for another time. But I thought that was just an area, again, I don't repeat myself, but we needed some experience, and so we went out and did that. And very, very excited about it. He's got good size. What is he listed at there? 6'2", 220, can really run, and I'm really excited about that. David Holyfield, you can almost say the same thing about Corbin. David's just a playmaker. He's around the football a lot, makes a lot of plays. He's a guy, again, that's going to fill out and just get bigger and stronger. I think his best football is still ahead of him. Very active, likes to play the game, and the more you watch him, the more you like him. And I'm excited about having him here, a local guy, again, that can really play and play well for us for 4 years. Desmond Richards, we signed 2 running backs in this class, and Desmond is no slouch. I think a lot of people around Cardinal Nation knew a little bit more about Cameron early on, but this guy is going to compete with him and on everyone else in the backfield for playing time, and we're very excited about having Desmond as well. As you can tell, he knows what to do with football when he gets it. He's got good hands, can catch the ball out of the backfield, and again, I thought that we need more than one, and so we signed 2, and I'm very excited about having Desmond. He's got decent size, 5'10", 180, and he'll get a little bigger as he gets here, but again, another good back, and he's available and had a great trip, and I think he's a great fit for us. Derek Baxley, we got a video in on him, and I kind of made my mind up after about 3 plays, but I watched a couple of games to make sure. But it's just a big, tall guy with good feet, and that's what you look for. What I look for is their feet more than anything else in the tall guys. And he's about 245 or so right now. I look for him in 2 years to be a 300-pounder and still have these kind of feet. We got on him early, and it was a good thing because some schools came and made runs on him late, but I think he's got a ton of potential. Garrett Drake, I can't tell you how long I know this kid, but I can go way back with this young man, but did not sign him because we knew him. I thought he did so many things for Sylvie this past year, and he also deep snaps to go with it. He plays both sides of the football. He's very smart, got a coach for a father, and does so much for you. And very excited to have Garrett. And he's what we got him listed at now, 6'2", 185. He's going to be about a 6'4" kid before it's over with. And I think again, as well as he's played at Silsbee, I think his best football is still ahead of him. And I look for him to come in here and really blossom as a Cardinal and do great things for us in the future. G. Gladney was another kind of a high-profile sign. Had a lot of interest from a lot of schools. I think the latest was University of Houston and a couple others. G. Came to our camps and really liked Lamar because of coming to our camps. It really paid off. He got to come here early and see our facilities and walk around our campus this summer. And we had him down for a game. We had a great crowd, and he really liked what he saw, and he committed to us kind of early in the recruiting process, and every week we were scared we were going to lose him, but we never did. And he held his commitment, and he's excited about being a Cardinal, and we're excited about having him. Very elusive runner. He can do a lot of things for you. He can line up in the backfield if you need him to. As you can tell, he can take the ball and reverses. He catches the ball well. It's a good kickoff and punt return man. He can just do a lot of different things for you. And a very intelligent young man to go with it. So we're excited about having him with our team. Corey, I wanted to get one out like Charles and make those guys over there work a little harder. Corey's going to be a good player for us. He's at LaGrange High School. I'm very familiar with that school. Not a lot of highlights on this tape, but he has a lot of highlights. But again, about 6'2", 185 or so, and he's going to get even bigger. Fastest guy on the field there at LaGrange, and I think he's just going to blossom here and turn into a really big safety or an outside linebacker type guy before he's over with. I think he's got a lot of potential. I think a lot of people here know this young man, Jace Nelson. Trivia question, he was the first one to fax his papers in this morning, first one to become a Cardinal this morning. Very excited about having Jace. He's also a starter on their basketball team, very good athlete, great hands and good instincts, and really he's a tough kid to go with it. And it doesn't hurt that he's right down the road. We're excited about having him here. He could go over and play defense for him if we wanted to. I'm sure he could hold, he could do all kinds of other things. But what we're going to do is line him up out there and throw him the football. Joe Buck Perjon, we call him Joe Buck because his dad's Joe, and his dad also played football here. Joe right now is probably down to about 220 or 215 because he's running up and down the court on their basketball team. He's been a 3-year starter on a very good Hardin Jefferson basketball team as well. To go with his frame, he's got a size 17 shoe. Looks like he's going to be bigger than his father when it's all said and done. And here's a guy I think that you're going to see in a year. It's going to be 20 pounds heavier, another year, another 20. And by the time he's a junior, he's going to be a 300-pounder. He can still run and show this kind of athleticism. And I think he's going to be a very, very good football player for us. And again, a camp guy that we saw him move around in camps and really liked his athleticism. And I just think he's got a lot ahead of him. As you can tell, Luke has done a lot what Joe's got to do the next 2 or 3 years. He's already 285 pounds. Is this Luke?
Yes.
Okay. He's the right or left tackle, 55, big kid that really looked good on film, and then he looked better when he walked through the door. Very impressive looking young man, and we can't ever find enough linemen. And I think this guy is going to be a good player for us. He's already big enough, just going to have to get stronger and develop as he gets older. And like I said, we'll take guys like this if we can find them every year. I think he's going to be a very good player from Rusk up there in East Texas in the pine trees. Well, Matt Bergeron, you know, I want to give y'all something to talk about. I didn't want to go without signing a quarterback in class. So here we go. And Matt, again, we weren't, you know, signing a quarterback wasn't a must thing, especially after getting Mazikowski in here at midterm, but just like him on film, and just the more film we watched on him, the more we liked. And then we visited with him and got to know him, and just a guy that there's something about him. He's got something it's hard for me to explain. I just wanted him to be part of our program, and he really wanted to be here. And I think he's going to be a good player for us. Michael Handy, you could watch his quarterback highlights, his running back highlights, or his wide receiver highlights is what I'm getting at. He's done a lot of things for him. He's just a really good athlete. And I think these are some more, all these are going to be his quarterbacks. He's played all over the place, and we're going to play him at receiver starting out, but he could be a wildcat guy, he could run with the football, he can just do a number of things, and just a super athlete. You can see how he gets out of trouble. And we're very excited about it. He could return kicks and punts, and just a really good athlete to go with it. Michael Hargis, y'all probably know more about him than I do, it seems like on the internet, but very excited to have him. We had to out-recruit a number of schools for him. And I think the sky's the limit for this kid, and right now in this class, he may be the poster boy. They had a humongous signing party today, and he's very excited, and I already had him some Lamar gear, and a guy that already is what we got him listed at 6'3", 225, and he's just going to get bigger, and this guy's got a ton of ability, and I'm excited about watching him develop while he's here at Lamar for the course of the next 4 years. Barney Jones, Hempstead made it to the state championship game this year. Used to winning. An inside linebacker, could play outside, but as you can tell, he's very aggressive, has a nose for the football. Excited to have him. Coach McGallion recruited him, did a good job with him, and he stayed with us. Again, one of those guys we were worried about every week, but he stuck with us, and he'll have a place, and we look forward to, again, a true freshman coming in, and he has a chance to get on the field early with the kind of ability that he has. Xavier Bethany is from Burton, America. Well, I used to roam around a little bit way back when, but this is a two-way starter. Starts on the basketball team. Went to state and track. Just a very good athlete. 6'1", 190. Again, he's going to be a bigger, taller guy as he grows, and just somebody that I think has played well at Burton. They went to semifinals this year as well, but I think his best football is still ahead of him. I look for him to do a lot of great things in the future, and we're going to start him out on the defensive side of the ball. I thought it was past the Jones. And Jermaine Bowman, we don't have video on him from Westbrook. We're going to, you always throw the guy leaving under the bus, so we'll just say that Coach Stump took all the video with him. We couldn't make it. But we don't have any, but we'll have some. But the only other player